Good morning and welcome to another Talklets conversation. I don't know about you, but summertime is my favorite time of the year. I mean, I like spring and fall as well. Winter, I have some qualms about that one, but summertime, it's everybody just seems to be on one accord, if you will. It's summer. We know that children are out of school. Families will be taking vacation. So, I mean, everything seems to be exciting. We're celebrating Juneteenth. We're celebrating the 4th of July, Independence Day, as we call it. I mean, we're just all having a great time. There's so many events around it, though, when you think about it. As I said, family reunions, and you've got birthday parties, and you've got anniversaries. But the summertime, it just seems to bring out sometimes the best in us. The best in us. Of course, we're all evolving, especially as humanity. We're all evolving, some for the good, some for the worse, but we're all evolving. Your children will go back to school this year, like you and I did, from the summer. And they'll be excited to share with their friends the things that they've done, the things they've achieved. But one common thing will take place with most of the children, and it's the statement, wow, you've changed. Now, some will be because they just seem a little bit more mature, a little bit more focused. I mean, and some will be for the worse. It just seems like they got into the wrong crowd during the summer and things are just not working for them. But the one common thing that I got when I was in high school, coming from middle school to high school, we called it junior high back then, to high school, I was like 5'7" and 5'8". Most people don't believe that, but that's exactly where I was. Just thin rail, like 5'7". And from that ninth grade year to my 10th grade year, which would be my first year in high school, I went from being 5'7" to being 5'10". So you can see people saying, especially teachers, wow, Donnie, you've changed. I said, well, now, I don't feel change, I mean, clothes maybe, but I just didn't feel it, didn't sense it. But then from my sophomore year to my junior year, I went from 5'10" to 6'2". Now that's noticeable. And I realized because I was doing things different, jumping higher, playing sports a little bit better. And then from my junior year to my senior year, I grew to 6'4". So you can understand the statement, boy, you've changed. Now, some people change, I mean, not always by height. Sometimes you put on a little bit more weight or you've lost some weight. But we all change as humanity. We should always be evolving. I mean, your children should be evolving. You should be evolving. And as believers, let's be for real. I mean, we need to change daily. I mean, for the better. We should see ourselves being more like the bride that Christ is coming back for, because none of us, I do mean none of us, have arrived. We're not there yet. So I want to change every single day to be better. I want to be the best person that I can be. I want to be the betterment of me, if that's such a word. I want to be the betterment of me, because let's be for real. You haven't arrived to your final destination, and you don't want to arrive at that destination and not be ready, not be prepared, not have done all the things that you could do, not to hear those great words from our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Well done, my good and faithful servant. So we all need to embrace change. Listen to what Paul tells us in Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. He says, and let us not grow weary while doing good. Let us not grow impatient. That's what he's saying. While doing good, complacent, while doing good. For in due season, see, listen to me now. We all have a season. We all have a season where we're going to do better. Some will have seasons where we do worse. It's just the way the journey is. We shall reap if we do not lose heart. We shall reap if we don't faint, if we don't get exhausted, if we don't get tired, if we don't stumble, if we don't fall, if we don't get too anxious, too fearful, if we don't play ourselves like a fool. Let me read again. Paul says, and let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. Paul is speaking to the early church in the region of Galatia. And Paul is encouraging believers to maintain their faith and persevere. Paul knows that or trying to live a righteous life, a good life, being a good person, Paul knows that it's physical and emotional exhausting. Let no one fool you. It takes work to be a good person. I mean, to want to do things right, to want to be righteous, it takes some work. It's easy living a life full of folly and just full of, just whatever. And they'll make the term, a statement we make, whatever. It's easy living that type of life where there's no accountability, there's no responsibility. You're just fancy free, and as they say, buck wild. That's easy to do that. But to live a life where you have some boundaries, you have some borders, to where you have some discipline, and to live this life, I mean, come on, I'm telling you, it can be so frustrating at times. It can be so exhausting because you're sowing seeds, you're sowing fruit. I mean, you can see the fruit. People can see the fruit all around you. How much you've changed, how better you are. But you don't see anything. You don't see anything visible, tangible coming back at you. And so you wonder: is this labor? Is this in vain, Lord? Am I doing something, or what am I doing wrong? Basically, Paul explains to us by using an agricultural example, if you will. He says, planting seeds and waiting for an harvest. Let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap. It takes some time for a seed to come up if we don't faint. Yeah, if you don't stop watering, you got to keep cultivating it. You got to keep doing the things you need to do to it so it can grow. But some of us, when we don't get what we want, we feel like, hey, God ain't listening to me. This ain't worth it. So Paul is telling us, don't give up on God. Paul is telling us, keep being good, keep doing good, keep pressing. Is it possible, though, that you can quit on who you are naturally? Is it possible that you can just join the crowd, join the culture, and go against everything that you are? I mean, it's easier to see who you are. Some people, they're just a word. You can't get away from it. I mean, we talk about being more like Jesus. Yet we find it difficult to walk in that image on a daily basis. We find ourselves being more like the culture. We worship the culture more than we worship the Christ. We start idolizing things in the culture, idolizing our skin color, idolizing, yes, our heritage, if you will. And my thing is, guys, there's nothing wrong with knowing who you are. But it's important to know whose you are. And that's Christ Jesus. We all belong to him. He paid a price for all of us that we couldn't pay. I was watching this show with my family. It's called Dreamgirls. And it was a soundtrack that's sung by Jennifer Hudson. And she says, I am changing. No, I won't do justice to it, so I won't sing it. But it's so fitting for this conversation. She says, I am changing. Or the song says, I am changing. It's a individual, if you will, covenant or individual expression. It's an individual decree to yourself that you're changing. The song starts off by saying, look at me. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I could stay here for a long time on this particular statement, look at me. Because really and truly, I don't know if people look at us for who we really are. Look at me, she says. I don't know if my daddy ever really truly looked at me to see who I am. I don't know if my mama really looked at me to know who I am. I don't know if I've ever just looked at me. I mean, just looked at me, not comparing, just me. Looking at me. Who am I? I mean, what is my purpose? What am I here for? I've followed patterns of everyone else, I'm doing things because I see what's done before me, but do anyone really truly look at me? I'm trying to do good, I'm trying to be good. But does anyone see me? I mean, is it just me? Or do they really see me? I don't think they know me the way they should know me. Not really me. Not what God has put inside of me. I don't know if it ever truly comes out. It's like I suppress me to be able to be in your company. Is that what I'm doing? I mean, it's like I'm always, making you feel better and nobody's making me feel better. I'm praying for your children, but are you praying for mine? I mean, do you see me? I mean, I'm doing good. And so you feel like, what? We don't have to pray for him. We don't have to really see if he's okay. We don't have to check on him because that's Donnie. But do you ever look at me? I have 12 siblings. Well, it's 12 of us all together. And I have to ask myself, does anyone ever just look at me? I mean, I know they see me. They're not blind. They all vision. They can see. But do they ever just look at me and my path, my course, my assignment, if you will? I mean, I'm the oldest son. Do you just look? Do you ever look at me and look in me and don't look through me and past me? But do you ever just stop and just take on what it takes to be me? This is for each one of us. I'm talking about me because I'm just being, just open, if you will. But I am changing, and this is for each one of you. Do people look at you? Yeah. Paul said, when I think about doing good, he was always present. And so when I want to do good, I'm really not doing the good because the bad comes and tries to change the good. Paul is telling us that inside of each one of us, it's almost like we got a Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing going on. We have a good thing, bad thing going on. It's like we got twins inside of us. But the bottom line is, guess what? Paul is saying we need to be delivered on a daily basis. Yeah. Don't take it for granted because you were this way yesterday, because that's what everybody does around you. Oh, that's just Donnie. Donnie is Donnie. But people don't know. I had a birthday this year and I changed. You treated me like I was, like last year. I've changed. I've moved from last year. I'm different now. I have different desires. I have a different purpose, if you will. I just have a different spirit, if you will. But nobody's looking at me. Everyone's looking at what I used to be, how they vision me to be, but no one's looking at me. I think that's where Jesus Christ was when he was on this earth. No one looked at him for who he was. They looked around him, looked for what they could get from him, looked for how they could abuse him, accuse him, mistreat him. Yes. I mean, some loved on him, but there was a whole lot of versions of who they thought he was versus looking at him and saying that he is the Messiah. He's right here in front of them, and they couldn't believe it. And some people can't believe who you are, that you've changed, that you don't do drugs, you don't even deal with that issue in life anymore. But they still see you as that druggie, as that person who's addicted to certain things. They see you as that because they just don't look at you. Paul said, don't be weary. Yeah, don't grow weary while doing good. See, you're doing so good, but everybody sees you for who you used to be, and you weren't doing good. And they can't divorce that from you. And so every time you come around them, it's the same conversation about your past and not about your current, and surely not about your future. The song says, I am changing, trying every way I can. I am changing. I'll be better than I am. I am trying to find a way to understand, but I need you. I need you. I need a hand. I am changing, seeing everything so clear. Do you ever look in the mirror? I call it the mirror of comparison. This is where we go wrong. Whenever you compare, you compete. When you compare, you forget you're supposed to be complimenting. That's most marriages. Most marriages are competition. Most marriages are just based on, who has the upper hand, who can get the upper hand. But if you look in the mirror of comparison, you'll understand it's flawed. Because we're both changing in a relationship. You both are changing. Do you ever just take the time out to consider the other person? That they're no longer that little girl? This is a grown woman who the Bible says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor. And we stay right there. We stay parked right there. This is a whole other conversation I probably shouldn't venture into, but I'm here now. We stay right there. This is my wife, and we love saying that. But she's supposed to be changing, evolving, from your girlfriend to your wife, that good thing to your wife, because she's a woman in between all that. Okay, girlfriend, woman, wife. Watch this, and we stop right there, as if that's her goal. That's not her goal. She's good. She's doing good. She's being good. But guess what? She's evolving. She's changing. Her body, her hormones, everything in her is changing daily. And she's trying to be good with all these things coming at her, all these hormonal things coming at her. She's trying to be good, but it's frustrating, especially when she has someone who doesn't care, who doesn't seem concerned. It's always about me. Give me what I want from you, from you, from you, from you. You see, you don't see her. I told you at the beginning, look at me. Look at her. The next time you look at your wife, look at her. No, don't look through her. Don't look around her, all the things she do and the things she don't do. Look at her and just see her for who she is, who she's changed into becoming. Because see, the ultimate goal is not to be your wife. And this is where, boy, I tell you, it's a whole nother message. Women, men, your wife is moving toward being the bride for the bridegroom when it's all said and done. She's graduating day by day. And her goal is to be ready and prepared to be the bride for the bridegroom. Yeah, your wife fine, the children, mama fine, but the goal is to be the bride. See, we park it right here. We become stagnant right here. It's just being the husband. Your goal is to be the bride. Yeah, both of us, we're all coming to be one. Yeah, you might not be one in your marriage, but Christ is trying. You're coming to be one. You're coming to be the bride for the bridegroom. Because you should be changing. You should be evolving. I'm changing. I'm going to start right now. That's what she says, right here. I'm hoping to work it out. And I know that I can, but I need you. I need a hand. She says, I need your help. I don't want you to compare me. I want you to compliment me. I don't want you to compete with me. I need you to compliment me. I tell most marriages, if you could just stop competing and start complimenting, you'll have a successful marriage. But it's hard because all the people you've seen before you, it's always been competition. Not so much within the marriage, but looking at people outside the marriage, what the other family has. See, you good until you see something that's better than you or better than what you have. And you don't realize you don't even need that. What you have is good enough. The song says, all my life, I've been a fool. And I think most of us can make this statement. Not all your life, but some of your life, you've been a fool. Who said I could do it all alone? That's the problem. We think we can do this all alone. So let me tell you something, you can. See, here come that weary part, where you get weary and you hold on to it. Weary is weary. You hold on to it. It's frustration. You hold on to it. How many good friends have I already lost? The song says. How many dark nights have I known? Plenty. Plenty. I told my children, you will have friends in elementary. And then when you go to middle school, you won't have those friends as much. You'll meet new friends. You see, you've lost some people along the way. And then when you get to high school, you won't have those middle school friends, some of them, but not most of them. And when you go to college, you won't have those high school friends. You'll have these college friends. And you got to college, you'll meet new friends and you won't have those friends because we're evolving. I'm telling you, we're changing. Look at me. Yes. Do you see me? Do you see the Christ inside of me? I'm going to have to come back and finish this later. I'm going to tell you now because it is so much, it is so full. So I was asking Jesus the question, how do I remain me? Yeah. How can I be myself despite my failures? How do I stay consistent to who I naturally am? How can I look in the mirror of yesterday, if you will, and still be me? Not the dysfunction of me, but the purpose-filled me, or the purposeful me. How can I be me in that arena? Not being dragged back into my past, over and over again, like somebody dragging me back, How can I just stay right where I'm at and keep evolving, keep growing? Some people, you got a fire in your life. Everybody can't go with you to the next level. I'm sorry, they just can't. They're going to keep dragging you back. You know them. That's why you move from the city you're in, because that city will drag you back. I mean, I really don't like leaving the city that you were born in, you raised in. I mean, really, because there's so much you can pour back into those people. However, everyone knows your dirt. And so they keep throwing your dirt up in your face, and it's hard to get away from around it. That's why it's best to move sometime. I mean, Jesus moved so much traveling. I know he's doing ministry. But to me, it's an example for some of us. We can't just stay stagnant in one place and be fruitful. That's another conversation I got for us probably next week on the word fear. Have you ever noticed that people who know exactly who you are, it's because you were you well? Have you ever noticed that people know exactly who you are? You know how you just want to have a day where you just, you're just mean and rude like everybody else, where you're just critical, or you just come outside yourself, if you will. You want to have a day where you see your friend, and you know he ain't doing no good. He ain't no good, but he gets all the attention. He gets all the attention. And if he does anything right, everybody praises him. Now here you're over working hard on being the best version of you that you can be, and you're doing stuff solid. I mean, you got it going on. You get no applause. You get no reaction. Everybody's become common with you. It's because you were you well. Let me say it again. You dress up in you well. Therefore, it makes you easy to find. I told you, Deion Sutton said, ain't hard to find. By you wearing you, by you being natural you, a good person, a righteous person, a person filled with trying to improve everyone around you, it makes it easy for people to find you. Because you are you. You are who you are. Let me tell you what I mean. I had a conversation with my son. Oh boy, 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 boy. And it's amazing when your children will open your eyes up to something that you just took for granted. You didn't even see, you didn't even think about it. It's just who you are. But I was having this conversation with my son. It was a conversation, I won't get into what it was, but it was a conversation we're having. And I told my son, look here, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna do this for you. I'm not gonna bail you out of this. I'm not gonna do this for him. I'm telling you, I'm gonna cut this off right here. You know, my son told me. I know what he meant, but boy, I don't know. It just made me want to just, I don't know, scream, I guess, or it bothered me. He says, Daddy, just as calm as I'm saying it to you. He says, Daddy, you're gonna do it. I said, what you mean I'm gonna do it? No, I'm intense. He said, because that's who you are. I say, what? He said, yeah, you're gonna do it. I mean, I know you're upset, but Daddy, that's just who you are. I had to hesitate. I had to pause because it's like, God dog it. Uh, I mean, that statement, it stayed with me. It's been with me. I'm bringing it to you now because it's still with me. It's like, Daddy, that's just who you are. I did all that huffing, and puffing. I'm not going to do it. No, you need to take it. You got to do it yourself. No, I said, no, Daddy. I mean, I know you're doing all that. Now, I know I'm wrong, and I get you, but he says, but Daddy, you're going to do it because that's just who you are. He wasn't talking about what I do. He was talking about who I am. And that made me wonder about myself. How people become so accustomed to your kindness that they expect it, to the point that they start abusing you, start abusing your goodness, if you will. I don't mind you using me because to me, we should use each other because that's who we are, help each other. But when you start abusing me, yeah, that's you disrespect to me. I mean, and if we're honest, I mean, after enough disappointment, after enough betrayal from family, spouses, friends, I mean, come on. Your generosity, it seems to run out. I mean, you seem to be empty, if you will. And so you ask yourself the question, should I just stop being me? But here's a real question. What does their behavior say about them, not about you? Maybe it says that they're still immature. They're selfish. They're confused, yes. They've taken this grace for entitlement that God has given them. See, sometimes it's not about you. It's not even about them sometimes. It's about what's coming. But that's not this particular conversation. This conversation is, what is your behavior doing to you? because now you feel yourself changing. Now, see, I want to change because it's best for me. I don't want to change because I'm bitter about other people. Hmm. Yeah, I want to change because God is changing me. I don't want to change because I'm hurt. Wow. You know, people say church hurt. I heard a man tell the other day, isn't it something? I think it was Pastor Jamal Brown. He says, isn't it something we talk about church hurt, but we never talk about the mosque, the synagogue hurt? Like they don't deal with issues. Everybody, I'm church hurt. Everybody says that, but they don't want to go to church. I tell you, we all have a story. The enemy doesn't have to make you evil. Mm-mm. He just has to convince you to stop being good. Now, I want to stop right there. I want to pick up next week with this particular conversation. But listen to what I just said. The enemy doesn't have to make you evil. He just has to convince you to stop being good. Stop being who God has created you to be naturally. If he can do that, he changes the course of everything around you. Don't forget Romans 10 and 9. I'm going to stop right there because I just think it's so much more to this conversation. I want to finish it next week. Don't forget Romans 10 and 9. Confess with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord and believe in your heart that God has raised him from the dead and you too shall be saved and safe all at the same time. Be blessed and have a great week. We'll continue this next week.